So let's get started with an overview of AWS RDS. RDS stands for Relational Database Service. And what it means is that it's a managed database service for database that use SQL as a query language. So SQL is a structured language to query a database. It's very well adapted and it's running on many engines. So it allows you to create databases, the RDS service in the cloud, and these databases will be managed by AWS and you get a lot of benefits from it. So what types of database engine are managed by AWS? Well, the first one is PostgreSQL. Then we have MySQL, MariaDB, Oracle, Microsoft SQL Server, and finally Aurora. And we have a dedicated section to Aurora, so right now you can just forget about it, okay? But so the first five, Postgres, MySQL, MariaDB, Oracle, and Microsoft SQL Server, you have to remember them. So why would we use RDS versus deploying our own database service on top of, say, an EC2 instance? Because this is possible. Well, RDS is a managed service, and as such, AWS provides a lot of services on top of just giving us a database. For example, the provisioning of the database is fully automated, and so is the underlying operating system patching. There is continuous backups being made, and you are able to restore to a specific timestamp. It's called point-in-time restore. You can also have monitoring dashboards to view the performance of your database. You can have read replicas, and we have a dedicated lecture on read replicas in this course to improve read performance. You can set up multi-AZ, and so we do have also sections on multi-AZ that will be helpful for disaster recovery. You have maintenance windows for the upgrades, and you have scaling capabilities, both vertical by increasing the instance type and horizontal by adding read replicas. Finally, the storage is backed by EBS, so this is something we already know, which is GP2 volumes or IO1. But the only thing we do not have is we cannot SSH into the instances, the RDS instances. So because this is a managed service, AWS provides us a service and we don't have access to the underlying EC2 instance. But this is not too bad because we get all these things that we would have to set up on our own if we wanted to deploy our own database engine on EC2.
So here is one feature that can come up in the exam and is around RDS storage autoscaling. So the idea is that when you create an RDS database, you need to say how much storage you want. For example, you want 20 gigabytes of storage, but say you are using your database a lot and you're about to run out of free space, then with this feature enabled, the RDS storage autoscaling, RDS will detect that and will scale automatically the storage for you so you don't have to do any kind of operations such as taking down your database to increase the storage. So the idea is that your application does a lot of read and writes to your RDS database, and then automatically with some threshold we'll see in a second, then the storage can auto-scale, and that is a feature of RDS. That is a very, very nice feature. So this all is meant to make you avoid the operation of scaling manually your database storage. For this, you need to set a maximum storage threshold, so a maximum limit for how much you want the storage to grow, because you don't want it to grow infinitely maybe. And you can automatically modify storage if the free storage is less than 10% of what has been allocated, and the low storage has been lasting for more than 5 minutes, and 6 hours have passed since the last modification. If that's the case, then the storage will auto-increase when you enable it. This is very helpful for applications that have an unpredictable workload, and this supports all database engines for RDS, just as MariaDB, MySQL, PostgreSQL, SQL Server, and Oracle. So that's it for this lecture. I hope you liked it, and I will see you in the next lecture.